So we have automatic continuous clothing closures. Ooh, you need another C. The ACCC. That's a good way. That's much better. Maybe we would call it that. We call it the ACCC. So that was its original name, and then they were like, it's too long, and then they started closing it the clasp locker because like these little clasp pieces would like lock together into place. And then they started calling it the separable fastener, which seems like those are like opposites of each other, like antonyms, like separable and fastener. Those things, I don't know. It's funny. So, anyways, today's zipper day. I hope you enjoyed your zipper history. Then eventually, the next name they came up with was zipper. So I was like, all right, that was definitely an improvement for sure. You never know what you're going to learn in Miss Mac's class, man. Today we learned about zippers. Pretty cool. All right, let's do it up. Today, actually, can you do me a big favor? Can you put an R in the chat if you have already taken attendance? Pop an R in the chat if you have taken attendance. Cool. If you haven't taken attendance, go ahead and do so now. That R also lets me know that you're here, you're ready to participate. Good. Thanks, Jacob. Thanks, Marcy. Thanks, all my friends in the chat. Appreciate you. All right, cool. All right, well, if you haven't done attendance yet, keep going. Here's your attendance. Oh, don't put that little thing on it. Don't put the little apostrophe on it. All right, so today we have some announcements. We're gonna do a quick form and then we're gonna do some test prep. So as you all know, this is our schedule thus far. We are 5 days into quarter 4. This is today, and then we will be done with week 3. We'll have 1 more week of preparation, and then we'll take that test on next week, week 5. In order to prepare, in case you have any like missing assignments or anything, we do have office hours. I wanted to highlight, we are doing bonus office hours with all of your 11th grade teachers on my Zoom, like we have done in the past. We're doing that tomorrow. These are the only office hours that are available. So the only time that you can get help tomorrow, only time to get help is this time, because we have the pep rally tomorrow and we're going to see all of your lovely faces there. I'm very excited for the pep rally. But if you want to get any kind of help tomorrow, it's going to be from 10:20 to 11. If you are failing a class, you're required to be there, right? So if you're failing any class, you are required to be there. You're going to work on that class because we want you to get to passing before we jump into all of this like CAASPP business. So if you're failing any class, you are required to be there. Everyone else, you are free to come if you wish. But that's the plan for tomorrow prior to the pep rally. I'm very excited about y'all being at the pep rally. Tell me, are you coming to the pep rally? Yes, no, or you don't know? Yes, no, or you don't know? I would love to see you there. I can't wait to meet you. Can you please introduce yourself? Just stick your hand out and be like, hi, Miss Mac. My name is Brandon Alba Garcia. And I'll be like, what, Brandon? And then it's going to be awesome. I bet you all are taller than I imagine you, or maybe shorter than I don't know. How will you be? I can't wait. It's going to be such a jam. I'm real pumped about it. I mean, just look how many people, I'll share this with you. Look how many people are going to be there. I mean, that's just from this class. Only 24 people voted and 20 of them are going to be there. So I hope I don't know, people are going to be there. If you're a no, I'm so sorry that you can't be there, but we will meet someday, somehow. We will be there together. So super pumped to see you all there. Most of us here are under 5'5". Yeah, that's what I figured. But maybe you got taught, like I'm imagining like a 10th grade you, like how I would see you in Mr. Wiley's classroom and walking out of Mr. Wiley's classroom. And I bet you're taller than you were then. So I bet you're like a little taller than I imagined. You're 6'3", Gabby. Imagine being 5'2". Feels short, but you grew by a lot. Wow. Wow, there's a lot of either, well, there are some people lying in the chat. Mhm. But I appreciate your heights. Thank you for telling me what your heights are. It's helping me get a good picture for you. All right. Well, I can't wait to see you there. I'm very excited to see you tomorrow. It's from 1 to 4. Don't forget to talk to your advisors about what time you're supposed to come. So real excited. Okay, let's talk about yesterday's assignment. Yesterday's assignment. For number two, that was the one where you had to like type in b to the power of something. I found these amazing answers. Look at these beautiful answers that all showed their work. Here's the thing. All of these beautiful answers would have been wrong. All of them would have been wrong. I know. Like, that's so sad. The only thing they wanted you to type in this box like this is b to the power of 7. That's it. Right? So even though there was all this beautiful work shown, like all these people did such beautiful work, it would have been incorrect because it's like IXL. With these boxes, with just the little box, like the equation editor box, all they want is the answer, like IXL. So pretty interesting. You can type, sometimes they might ask for an equation, right? If they ask for an equation, you would write an equation, right? However, this one says write an expression equivalent to this in the form b to the power of m. So they just wanted b to the power of some number right there. So the only thing that you would want to type in is b to the power of 7. So that was the first one. I also got a couple of these other answers. Some people just type these in. And I like it because you followed the first direction, but then I did not like it because you didn't follow the next direction, which was to put the actual answer in. So if you're someone who went through and you put in like 2b is greater than 11, that's awesome. I'm glad you did that. Good job following the direction. But then there was another direction after that, which was to put in b to the power of 7. So make sure you're following all the directions. I know. Okay, and then for number three, I wanted to quickly talk through this one. This was the most common answer, was true, false, false. The correct answer is true, false, true. True, false, true. So this one says, the leaf is falling. It's 18 feet from a branch to the ground at a rate of 5 feet every 2 seconds. And then we have to decide if it's true or false. So it says the initial height of the leaf is 18 feet. That is true. That is true. The reason I know that that is true is because it says 18 feet from a branch. It's starting, its initial height, right, where it's starting is 18 feet. So that is indeed true. And then it says the leaf falls at a rate of 2 over 5 feet every 1 second. This is basically saying 2 feet every 5 seconds, right? 2 feet every 5 seconds. But they said 5 feet every 2 seconds. So this would be 5 feet. Wow, ignore my strange handwriting. Over 2 seconds, like that. So if I wanted to simplify that to 1 second, I would divide these and I would get 2.5. 2.5, not the same as 2/5, so this would indeed be false. Many of us got those two answers correct, right? Then this one was the one where we got a little tripped up. It says the leaf is 3 feet above the ground after 6 seconds. So the way that I'm thinking about this, I've got my leaf up here at 18 feet. It falls 5 feet every 2 seconds. So after 2 seconds, how far is it off the ground? After 2 seconds, how far is it off the ground if it's falling 5 feet every 2 seconds? After 2 seconds, how many? You can put it in the chat. Yes, unique, 13. It went down 5, and now it's at 13. Perfect. So after 2 seconds, it's at 13. After 2 more seconds, remember we're getting to 6 seconds. So after 2 more seconds, how far is it going to be off the ground? 8. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So after 4 total seconds, it's going to be 8 feet off the ground. Okay, so then after 2 more seconds, now we're adding up to a total of 6 seconds. How far is it going to be off the ground? We're going to subtract 5 from this number. 3. Yes, it's going to be 3. 5 minus 8 minus 5 would be 3. And so it says the leaf is 3 feet off the ground after 6 seconds. That would be true. Right? So your correct answers here were true, false, true. True, false, true. You get partial points for each one that you get right. So if you get this one right and then don't get that one wrong, you would get 2 out of the 3 points. That's still awesome. We want to try to get as many as we can, but y'all did a great job. Thank you so much, Unique, for getting us started on that. Help there, sending a merit to you. Appreciate the rest of you in the chat as well on that last one. All right, so those are my favorite no's. We're done with announcements. We have 2 parts to our assignment today. The first one is a form that you're going to fill out about the things that you remember from CAASPP, and then from the presentation that I gave. And then the second one is test prep. So I'm going to go ahead and get you started on the assignment. Let me see if I can get this form to go through. Oh, it's not letting me go because I'm still annotating. There we go. Nope, that didn't work. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, there you go. All right, go ahead and pop into that form. Pop into that form. You're going to see something that looks like this. It should have a world on it. A world on it. It says CAASPP info review. If for some reason you were not here on Tuesday and you did not see my presentation, or you were kind of drifting off and you don't remember all the details, the presentation is here, right? You can look at the slides themselves. If you want to watch me like redo the presentation, you can right here. I don't think you're going to need it for these questions. It's like basic questions like, what is the CAASPP? Is it a spelling bee? Is it an old-timey animal? Or do you think it's a test for all juniors in the state of California? Which of those do you think it is? Someone put in the chat, what is the CAASPP? Is it a spelling bee? It might be a spelling bee. An old-timey animal? No. Unique and Roxana and Emiliano are right. It's a test for all juniors in the state of California. So those are the questions that we are answering. When is it? What week is it? It is D, week 5. D, week 5, yes. Your A's and B's and C's might be different, right? Yours might be different because they shuffle the answers. So don't worry about it. But these are the correct answers for the first 2. You have 7 questions. You're answering all of them. Good luck. Sebastian, can you try logging in with your hybrid account? I think everybody else is in. Maybe try refreshing. You know what? Maybe I can send you this. Try this link instead. Don't hit that first link. Hi there. If you're just joining us, we're jumping into this form here. And I'll give you attendance. Go ahead and private message me a D when you are done with the form. Private message me a D when you are done with the form. You're welcome, Sebastian. I see 10 people have responded. Thank you. I see 12 people have responded. Thank you. Thanks, Nebu. Thanks, Unique, for following directions. Thanks, Zephyr. Thanks, Marcy. If you're done, you can start navigating towards Canvas. Start navigating towards Canvas. We're going to need to log back into that test. Log back into the test from Tuesday. So if you remember how to do that, you can go ahead and do that now. I've got 18 of you. Great job. Got 19, awesome. As you finish up the thingamabob here, I'm going to go ahead and navigate over to Canvas. When you're done with the form, head over to Canvas, put the link in the chat. You're going to go ahead and scroll all the way down to the bottom. You should see week 3. I'm going to click on assignment 39. Assignment 39. And then go ahead and find the login directions. I'm going to click this link here. Should take you to something like this. That's where I'm going to process. I've got 28 responses. So if done with the quiz, not a quiz, done with the form, will the form be graded? The completion of the form that you complete, if you finish the form, you will get the points. I'm just using it to make sure that all of the appropriate information is gone through. So we're about to go over the correct answers. You're welcome. All right, we've got 29 responses. I'm going to quickly go through the answers here. Wait for it. All right, the CAASPP is a test for all juniors. Everybody got that right. Awesome. When is it? Week 5. A couple people got that wrong, but it is in week 5. What type of computer do you need? Your school Chromebook. Yes, all 30 people getting that one correct. Great job. 31 people getting that correct. What topics does it cover for juniors? For juniors, it covers English and math. It does cover science, but that your senior year. So it is no science until your senior year. And then history, it does not cover history, right? For juniors, it is just English and math. For the computer adaptive test, this is like the sort of multiple choice version. What's the one thing you should not do? You should not click through quickly and randomly. The reason why is because if you click through quickly and randomly, it will just keep going, right? It will just keep going. It has to see some kind of like trial and trying there. Does the time affect your score? No, it does not affect your score. You should take as long as you need. It is not the ACT. Do not go as fast as possible. You want to take as much time as you need. You don't have to go really slow, but you want to take as much time as you need. And then why does this matter? It was actually all 3. It was all 3. It was a select as many as apply. So it helps for your college courses, helps for your learning reflections, and it helps for our school pride. So all 3 of those are correct answers. There's lots of words here. I'm going to make a word cloud from your words, but you can see lots of people are a little nervous about it. Lots of people are anxious. Lots of people are getting excited to get it out of the way, for sure. Important. Don't stress about it, for sure, for sure. These are great words. Let's check for some questions. What if we do really bad? If you do really bad, we will help you during your senior year to make sure that we close some of those gaps. And then you'll have to take the entrance test at your college, right? So once you choose a college, you'll take their test to find out what English and math class to go into. Would the test be a part of our grades? It's not going to be a part of your grades because we're not going to get the scores back until September, probably July or August at least. So your grades will be already done by then. Why are we doing a test to measure how much we've grown when we're in a state of pandemic where education isn't very educational? Well, I'm sorry that your time doesn't feel educational right now, but I totally understand. I think there are plenty of people who would agree with you. So I agree. There are lots of people who are actually, not lots, there are some people who are opting out of the test because they don't think that it's a good idea right now. So I hear that. You can like learn about that by Googling just like opt out of state tests. And there's lots of like news articles about it if you want to read more. For sure. Remember taking it every year, for sure, for sure. Is there anything you want to practice? It looks like more people are just like, just going over things, going over the basics, some more prep and some review, looking back at practice answers. We're going to do all that next week and today. So good deal. Cool, y'all. Thank you for your form and information. Just so you're aware, most of us got 5, 6, or 7. So feeling good about that. All right, friends, let's jump back in. So we're going to jump back into our questions. So we're going to start with number 4 today. Remember, yes, or on Tuesday, we did 1, 2, and 3, right? If you weren't here on Tuesday, there are directions in Canvas, but we did 1, 2, and 3 together. Today, we're going to start with 4. I'm going to send you directly to this website here. Directly to this website here. If I could get everybody to log in here. Click that website there, the bit.ly. It's going to take you to this page. And then you're going to click Student Interface, the green one. You're going to click the green one. All right. Now that you got here in the guest section, we're going to go ahead and sign in. We're going to go ahead and select 11th grade. Y'all did this on Tuesday, same steps. Which of these tests did we start on Tuesday? Which test did we start on Tuesday? The pinks and the yellows. Which one did we start on Tuesday? We're going to go back to that one. Yellow, yes, yellow math. Yes, yellow right, yellow math. Absolutely, we're going to click the math training test. Math training test. And then did we need to change any settings? Or can we leave them all the same? Yeah, leave them. Leave them. We don't need to change anything. So we're just going to press select. Ah, the dreaded sound. If you try to continue without playing it, it's like, nope, you have to. So here it goes. I'm going to share my sound because this is the best part. Here we go. Ah, so fun. Miss Yama loves that sound. Look at her face. We're going to press this, press continue. And then we're going to press begin test now. All right. So we're going to skip to number 4, but it does not let us just go to number 4. Like if we just press next, it's like, please answer number 1. We're like, come on. So just answer whatever you want. Type in some number. It doesn't matter because we're not doing these questions. Press one of them as true, and you should get to number 4. Number 4. Cool. Okay, one thing I want to highlight for you. So in Canvas, you have the question. Remember that there is a hint, right? This one says careful. When it says select all, it means there could be more than one checked box. In this problem, for example, there are 3 correct answers. You must select all of them to get maximum points for this question. Right? And then hint number 2, you're not stuck. You can use your calculator to see if they're a straight line. So we'll talk about that in a second. And then I wanted to highlight for numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, all the way to the end, right? We will probably not get to all of them today, but they're all going to be required of you, right? So I have included a video on how to finish each of the problems, right? So for every single question, numbers 4 through 8, there is a video at the very bottom that says hint, check out this video, right? And it will show you what to do for that question. So if you're like working ahead a little bit, that's totally fine. If you need to jump in, or if you need to go back to something, you can go back to something. There's a video there for each question. So let's look at number 4. It says, select all the equations that can be represented by a straight line when graphed in the coordinate plane. Remember, this just means like on an XY thing. So we want to select all the equations that can be represented by a straight line. There are some math ways to get there without using a calculator. You could do it. Like for example, when you divide by x, that's not a straight line. When you have y squared, that's not a straight line. When you have x times x, that's not a straight line, right? But we can use Desmos on the test. Yes, Brandon. So I'm going to go ahead and go up here to my calculator. There is a few questions at the beginning of the test where you cannot use a calculator, like a non-calculator section. So just be aware that that is true. But for most of the questions, you can use a calculator. If you're not allowed, it will just like disappear. There won't be a calculator button here. But for most of the questions, there is. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to type 1 over x plus y equals 9. Is that what you would say a straight line looks like? Is that a straight line, friends? No, that's not a straight line. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use my strikeout. I'm just going to cross this buddy out. That's not a straight line. All right, let's try x equals 16 plus 3y. Is that a straight line? Zooming out, zooming in. Yeah, Gabby, it did look like the freeway. Yes, this is a straight line, right? So I'm going to go ahead and select it. That is a straight line. Am I done? I found a correct answer. Does that mean that I'm done with this problem? No, I'm not done because it says select all. There could be many other answers. So I'm going to type it. You can put them all there or you delete them. So negative 2y squared plus 7. Is that a straight line? No, not a straight line. So this one's going to be wrong, like that. It's going to be wrong. All right, so I have 8x minus 5y equals 30. Is that a straight line? This green one I just typed? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I'm going to go ahead and select that as my answer. I want you to try these two. Go ahead and try these two on your own. Try those two on your own and decide for yourself which one is true and which one is false. And then when you're ready, you can move to page 5. Good job, Shemai. See you on page 6. Good friends. All right. This one here, the -6, the one with -6, did we decide yes, this is a correct answer, or no, this is an incorrect answer? I've got some yeses. I'm going to trust the crowd. Awesome. And then this last one, did we decide this was a yes or a no? Ooh, Crowd says no. All right, Crowd says no. You do not have to strike them out. You don't have to. I just like striking them out. I think it looks pretty. So go ahead and take a screenshot of number 4. Take a screenshot. You're gonna pop it onto Canvas. Turn it in right here on Canvas. Do we need the link for number 4 on Canvas? Anybody need it? Number 4 on Canvas. If you want to go straight there, you can. Pop that baby in. And then once we're there, oops, not that guy. Where's my other guy? Here it is. You're gonna go back to go ahead and head to number 5. I want you to read the directions for number 5. Nice job, Shemaya. I see you working ahead with us. Nice, nice, nice. All right, friends. Well, let's take a look at this one. Is there anyone who would volunteer to read the first sentence? Volunteer to read the first sentence. Read the first sentence? Nobody? Everybody's like, I'm not in a reading place. Great, Zephyr, take it away. Thank you.
There are a total of 5,500 students in grade 1 through 5 in elementary school. 17% of the total number of students are in first grade. 19% of the total students are in fourth grade. The number of third grade students is 9 less than the number of fourth grade students. The number of second grade students is 10 less than the number of fifth grade students. I'm not, my mind is slow right now.
You're doing great. Thank you so much. Can you read that last question?
Yeah. Complete the table to show the number of students in each grade. Enter your answer in the table.
Yes, thank you. So many snaps for Zephyr. Zephyr, I really only was like gonna make you read that first sentence and you read all the sentences. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. So yes, thanks Amira for putting some claps in the chat. So they give us a lot of information, right? They give us a lot of information. They tell us 500 students are in all the grades together, right? They tell us 17% are in first grade, 19% are in fourth grade. Third grade students is 9 less than fourth grade students. Second grade students, 10 less than fifth grade students. Okay, so I've got a lot of information. What would be easy to figure out? What's like the fact, like what's one thing I could figure out for this problem? Let's say we're talking about first grade students. How could I figure out how many first grade students there are? Good news, I have a calculator. What can I calculate if I'm trying to calculate 17% of 500? Yeah, Amira, exactly. You're totally right. Amira said, what is the 17% of 500? How could I calculate 17% of 500? My calculator's really freaking out here. Okay. All right, there we go. 500 divided by 0.17. Let's check it out. 500 divided by 0.17. Nope, that's not going to work for me. Do you think there are 2,941 first graders? Does that make sense? No, that doesn't quite make sense. Okay, I've got one idea is 17 divided by 500. Let me see how I can make this bigger. I don't know why it's doing this to me. Do you think that there are 0.034 first graders? That doesn't make sense. That'd be like less than one, less than one. Okay, 17%. How do I do 17% of the 500? We tried some dividing. What's the opposite of dividing? Multiply, yes, multiply. Okay, if I did 17 times 500, oh, there's probably not 85,000. Oh, let's see. Someone said 0.17. Ah, yeah, unique. I like that idea. And Gabby too. So 0.17 times 500. Does it seem like it could make sense that 85 students are first graders? Does that seem like that could make sense? Yeah, it seems about right. Right? I'm thinking in my head, okay, 20%, that's 1/5. 20% of my students would be 100. So 17 is like a little bit less than 100. So 85 makes sense. So I'm going to go to my first grade one and I'm going to put 85 like that. Okay, cool. So we've got that one. The second bullet point says 19% of the total number of students are in fourth grade. Well, how could I, if I did 17%, how can I do 19%? Yeah, 0.19, perfect. So I'm going to change the 7 to a 9. 95, that makes sense, right? Because there was 100 with 20, so a little bit less, 95. All right, 95. All right, sweet. So I have 85 and 95. All right, the number of third grade students is 9 less than the number of fourth grade students. Okay, which has more, third grade or fourth grade? If ninth grade is 9 less than fourth grade, which has less? Third grade is 9 less than fourth grade. Yeah, third grade has less. It's okay, Unique. You're right. First grade does also have less, right? But in this case, I was just asking about third versus fourth. So third grade has less than fourth grade. How can I figure out how many third graders there are? How can I figure out how many third graders there are? Subtract, yeah, subtract. What am I going to subtract? I have the 95. Aha, 95 minus 9. Good job, Gabby. 95 minus 9 is 86. So I have 86 third graders. All right, cool. And then this last piece here, it says the number of second grade students is 10 less than the number of fifth grade students. Well, I don't know second grade or fifth grade. That's not helpful. What could I do? Any ideas? You got to add them all up and see what's left over. Oh, wow, unique, good idea. Okay, so you're saying I should add 85 plus 86 plus 95. All right, that's 266 students are already there. And there's 500 students. So I'm going to say, okay, 500 minus the 266 I already accounted for. That is 234. So there's 234 students left over. Is that like 234 in second grade and 234 in fifth grade? Like, should I put like 234 and 234? No, that doesn't make sense. What could I do instead? So 234 altogether. Okay, 234 divided by 2. Yeah, Gabby said 2. So that's 117. Should I put 117 and 117? No, why not? I got one maybe. Because second grade has 10 less. Yeah, Brandon. Second grade has 10 less. So should I put just 107 here? I took away 10 from 7. It has to add up to 500 though, huh? So when I add up these, do they add up to 500? Let's put 107 here plus 117 there. It only adds up to 490. So where can
They're
I put,
both
go Gabby.
they're both 117. When you add all of them, they add up to 500.
Ooh, they do add up to 500, but does it follow the rules of this last bullet where it says the number of second grade students is 10 yet less? So we're really close. They add up to 500. How can I do it so that they're 10 less? What can I do? Add 10 to 117. Okay, but now I have now I have 510 students. I have too many students now. So now they're 10 apart, but I have too many students. Could I split the difference? Could I take some away from second grade and add some to fifth grade to make sure that they still equal 500, but that they are 10 less? How many would I need to take away from second grade to give to fifth grade? Emiliano says 5. We've been doing 10. If we take 10 away and give it to the other one, that's fine, but now they're 20 away from each other, right? Because if we add 10 to this one and make this and take away 10, now they're 20 away. Emiliano says if I take away 5, so I was at 117, I'm going to take away 5 to 112, and I was at 117, I'm going to add 5 to 122. Are they 10 away from each other now? Yeah, they are. And does this now add up to 500? Ooh, yeah, we did it. Yeah, we did. Yay. Good job, team. You hung with that problem for a really long time. See how awesome this is that we get to spend way more time than the ACT on this question? Like we just spent like 10 minutes on this question and I love it. I'm here for it, right? It's the best. We can take as long as we need to, right? So awesome. Okay, screenshot this one. You are going to do for your homework today. I know it's about to be big. You have to do 3 whole problems. You're going to do 6, 7, and 8. Do not forget that there is a video, right? There's a video for each of them. 6, 7, and 8 is your homework, right? You're turning them in on Canvas. Remember, you're getting extra credit for correct answers, but if you just do something, you're going to get the full points, right? So you just have to try something here. Okay, doke? Which problems do you have to do for your homework? Which problems do you have to do for your homework? Tell me in the chat. 6, 7, and 8. 6 through 8. Yes. 6, 7, and 8. Do you have to get the correct answers in order to get the full points? No, no, you don't. You get extra credit if you get the correct answers. If you get stuck, what should you do? Cry. No, don't cry. What should you do? Watch the videos. Yes, watch the videos. You can skip it if you want, Amira, but if you get stuck on these problems here, there are videos, so you should go watch the video. Okay, go watch the video. I'm going to go ahead and open up some breakout rooms. If you want to hang out here and stay in a breakout room, you can. If you want to hang out with Ms. Flores, you should go there. Those breakout rooms are open. Otherwise, I will see you next week, friends. No, I'll see you tomorrow at the pep rally. I'll see you tomorrow at the pep rally, friends. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, friends. Bye, everybody. Thanks for playing today. We had a great time.